What is up, guys? VayHoz here, and today I'm going to be covering how to make chords and chord progressions. Okay, so I'm going to try to take what most videos would take 8 minutes to explain and put that very shortly, I guess. So basically, you're always going to have two types of basic chords, I guess. So major, minor chords. What's that? Okay, so like that. This chord right here is a minor chord, and that's a thing, I guess. So, you got your bass note right here, you got your harmonic note, that's what I like to call it. But this is always going to be 7 semitones on top of your bass note. So if you actually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that was weird. But yeah, it's always going to be 7 semitones on top. And then this note in the middle is going to determine if it's a major or a minor. This would be major, this would be minor. A very easy way to actually memorize that, I guess, if you just look at the bottom left, you can see my hand. So this is a minor chord, and then this is a major. It's always going to be like that. It's just a thing, I guess, and that's what makes up most chords that ever exist. Whatever. So yeah, this is a major chord right here. A lot of dubstep is just going to start with, just basic minor chords, I mean. Especially for offbeat stuff. But anyway, you need to acknowledge that this is your bass note right here, and let's say you like a combination of two notes. Okay, so like this for example, you still gotta acknowledge that this, in order to be a chord, you have to have that sort of concept into it. So you can always add that type of stuff, or if you want it to be major, do stuff like that. So you can always, add on to chords and form chords using combinations of notes and stuff. And actually, if you want to get unique chords and stuff, just start with a major or a minor. Let's go with a major for this time. And you can add notes on top. Like, there's some combinations though that won't sound good. Let's try to find a good example. This sounds like crap. So, with that being said, let's bring that down to semitone. That works. That doesn't work. This does work. But a lot of the time, both of these notes are gonna work. If you use, for example, an E up there, it's always gonna work, and then a G is always gonna work. Anything that's actually in the chord is gonna work. And yeah, that's sort of how I build chords, literally. Like, this would be awkward because it's like it's a minor sort of note up here, so you'd have to bring this one down here down, and then it would make sense. And another thing I could actually recommend, I guess, is always to keep your bass note the bass note. You don't want to have okay, I'll explain it first, and then I'll give you bad examples. Okay, so let's say your bass note is C for your actual chord. You want a C down here. Or else it's going to sound muddy and just really, it's not going to sound like it makes sense at all. So, for example, if you take D5, I don't know why you'd want to do that. That doesn't sound all that great in a normal, chord progression, I guess. And then if you take the G up there, that doesn't really, fit very well. So that's why I really recommend stick with your bass note, especially in your sub bass area. Just stick with whatever bass note of your chord you have. And yeah, for chord progressions themselves, try to find something that's very catchy and simple. So one thing that I can say is really catchy is if you mess around with chord progressions that go like this. Let's see, so something like that. Okay, so there you go. That's a minor chord, I'm pretty sure. Oops, this is a bit off, but let's see. And another thing, I just want to give a quick tip there. Try to get rhythm inside your chord progressions, because that's what makes them really interesting. So, there you go. That was off a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so let's, these are just really basic chords. I'm definitely going to, add on to that in a second though. Okay, so like that. That's actually a decent chord progression right here. And if you want to add rhythm, like I was actually talking about, you can just copy your chords that you have right here, and then you just sort of try to hold on. FL is a little bit weird. You paste a key and it's gonna end up over here, even though you paste it over there. Anyway. And yeah, you can also mess with velocity if you're dealing with an instrument. And yeah, that's pretty much. It's really neat what you can do with that. And yeah, that's actually a really catchy progression. So what you can do next is just try to make a melody, open up a massive and jam it out with a square wave, I guess. And yeah, hopefully this helped you guys a little bit with making chord progressions and stuff. If ever you get uninspired, just listen to music, or even go take a walk outside, because that's always nice. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please be sure to smack that like button. And yeah, I just forgot to take off this stuff on the screen, whatever. Yeah, see you guys later. Bye-bye.